everybody here slept at night today? How many of you believe you guys had enough of sleep? I raise your hands. Really? I thought you were going to be the least person to raise a hand. I thought everybody's going to
actually slept early.
Oh my god, okay. Okay, so according to a study done by the Harvard Medical School, 75% of the people in the US sleep 6 hours or less. But according to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, the NIH, teens are supposed to sleep 9 to 10 hours, while adults have to sleep 7 to 8 hours to get enough sleep. I know. Okay, so to begin with, I'm going to start talking about. I'm going to be talking about the importance of sleep, inform you about some sleep disorders, and some tips of how to get more sleep. So to begin with, I'm going to start talking about physical health. I'm going to separate the informing you guys about sleep in physical and mental. So first, physical, it's in sleep deficiency. Without getting enough sleep, you have a harder risk of getting heart and kidney disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, stroke, and obesity and hunger. Sleep also helps your immune system to stay healthy and protect you from other harmful diseases and substances. I don't know if you guys can relate to the hunger thing, but when I was doing the research, when you stay awake, when I stay awake a lot, you tend to just eat on something or whatever. But when you're asleep, you wake up hungry, but your body loses that weight while you're sleeping. So now for mental health, lack of sleep also gives you a hard time in making decisions, solving problems, and controlling your emotions. On the other hand, you pay better attention in class, and it helps you make better decisions if you get enough sleep. It helps you doing such thing as learning how to drive a car or playing the piano. Now that you guys have been informed a little bit about the importance of sleep, I want to inform you guys about 5 common sleep disorders. According to the Atlantic Health System, 5 common sleep disorders would be obstructive sleep apnea, insomnia, restless leg syndrome, narcolepsy, and night terrors. I'm going to be talking about these main 3 things, which is the 3 ones that stood out more to me. So the first one would be restless leg syndrome. This is when a person goes to sleep or tries to go to sleep and has a tendency of moving their legs a lot, but it doesn't help them go to sleep. It doesn't help them stay asleep. So it just helps them feel better in a sense that they feel comfortable while they're in bed. Some symptoms would be an unpleasant feeling or sensations while you're in your legs, actually. So it's not such a good thing. It runs in the family, or when somebody has rheumatic arthritis, diabetes, or nerve damage, and it does happen in 10 in 100 people, so it's not that bad, but kind of. In narcolepsy syndrome, you are involved in deep sleep throughout the day. It's not your regular nap times. It's when you're involved in deep sleep, and it becomes uncontrollable. So you just sleep throughout the day, and when you wake up, you just realize, and you're like, oh man, I fell asleep, and it's really uncontrollable. But when you wake up, you have for symptoms, it's a rapid eye movement, so your eyes start moving rapid a lot, and also muscle paralysis. Some symptoms, like I said, is excessive daytime sleepiness. So if you guys ever just sleep a lot throughout the day, you should go consult your doctor. Also cataplexy, hallucinations, and sleep paralysis. And the last one would be night terrors. It's usually happens to kids around 3 to 12 years old, but it could also happen to adults. It's affected 1 to 6% of people get it. And in this situation, kids usually are involved in deeply crying situations while they're asleep, and it becomes uncontrollable too. They cannot be easily waken up from the fear they are having in their sleep. Some causes that kids could get this through would be stressful life events, fever, sleep deprivation, and medications that they may take, some side effects or something like that. Symptoms: when the kid has an increased heart rate and breathing and sweating for the amount of periods of time they cry while they're asleep. And now that you have, I have informed you guys a little bit about sleep disorders, here are some tips that may help you for before going to bed and while you're in bed. So before going to bed, try avoiding drinking nicotine or anything with cigarettes, caffeine. I didn't actually know that tea was bad before I go to sleep. I usually drink tea or coffee before I go to sleep. So that was something good. Avoid naps actually, but if you feel like you really need to nap, take a 20-minute nap max and then you'll be good to go. I actually tried it the whole last week since I didn't present. So, and it actually did help, I kid you not. And avoid heavy meals also before going to sleep, and avoid avoid big exercises 3 to 4 hours before you go to sleep. And while you're in bed, keep your bed quiet, cool, and dark. It helps your brain focus on just that it's dark, and it helps it just maintain in that environment. And avoid high screen, your cell phones, laptops, or anything like that. And use any sort of relaxation techniques. So now that most of you, now I hope that you have been more informed about sleep and will use it to your everyday life. And I mentioned 3 main points which are importance of sleep, inform you about some sleep disorders, and some tips. So with that in mind, when you go home and sleep and you want to nap before taking your sleep, just make sure it's 20 minutes so you'll be ready to go at night.